Hi guys, welcome to my Making of Vain series. Today it's track number 4, which is Drowning. So I'm just going to talk about where it was recorded, how it was recorded and what it's about and things like that. So it was recorded at Orange Sound Studios in Penmaenmawr with Russ Hayes as the producer in 2015 and then released on the album in 2017. So I played the guitars, the bass, did all the vocals for the piece, but I'll say for who played drums at the end. There's a little bit of a secret surprise. Anyway, so yeah, it was recorded in 2015, and when I went to the studio I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted to do. So I had this idea, I had this chord progression, and I had a loose kind of structure going on. But I remember saying to Russ, look, let's just treat it as like a fact-finding mission, just to see what we can do with it and see what happens and see what comes out with it. And anyway, as the session went on, the lyrics just kind of formed a bit, and the structure came a lot more apparent, and it worked. And then a couple of weeks later, I went in and finished the vocal lines. So the lyrics, what it's about. So basically, it's a song about a breakup. If you've listened to the lyrics at all, then you get the metaphor. So it's about a couple who both realise that they shouldn't be together, but can't really face it and haven't talked about it because it's just too hard, or it's just really difficult to kind of face that truth and face that fact. So in the end, they just stay where they are, and it just gets more uncomfortable until one day it just breaks. So it is quite a personal track, and I did write it after certain events and stuff, which I won't go into, but yeah, it's just that kind of thing where you're with somebody and you know it isn't working, you just know it isn't, and it's not because anybody's done anything wrong, it's just because the feeling isn't there anymore, and it's just really difficult to speak to that person about it and trying to be brave and just to say we're not right for each other. And so it's quite an emotional track, and it's quite difficult to sing sometimes because it reminds you of that time and stuff. And I've had people coming up to me at gigs and stuff saying, how did you know that's what I'm going through now? So that's quite nice that it comes across in a personal way as well to certain people. So I'm quite proud of that. It was the track that I had that got played on BBC Six Music by Steve Lamacq, which I was incredibly proud about. I had a text from a few friends and my parents to say, "Martyn, you're on Six Music," and like, oh my god, it was a hell of a moment, and one that I'll never forget. But yeah, so yeah, very proud of that moment. Anyway, so on the album it comes on track 4, and it's after maybe 3 quite heavy and quite uplifting tracks, quite fast, quite rocky, quite loud. So I felt like by track 4 it was time to kind of tone it down a bit. And it kind of enters like kind of a middle period of the album, really, because the next track and the track after kind of are connected, but I'll talk about that more in the next video when I talk about Sunday, which is track 5 and 6. So anyway, yeah, it's kind of a tipping point in the album bit where the mood changes slightly, and it's not all catchy, riffy songs, but this one becomes a bit more reflectional, if that's a word, but still gets quite powerful in the track. Yeah, so what else have I got written down on my notes? Yeah, that's about everything really. As far as the drums go, the drums are actually programmed drums, and they were sequenced by Russ Hayes, the producer. So I didn't have a drummer at the time because I think David, my usual drummer, was actually in Canada with another band, and I don't think I'd asked Chris, who played on Save It For Myself, to see if he was available. So we ended up just sequencing them, and nobody can tell unless you've worked on that. So I'm really proud of what he's achieved with those kids as well. So, but anyway, so that's Drowning. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget my album's on Spotify, iTunes, all the rest of it, and you can buy the CD from my website, martynmusic.com. Don't forget, I'll be in Focus Wales on the 11th of May as well. But if you're watching this video after that date, I won't be. So anyway, it'd be great if you could make it, and thanks very much for listening to these videos. It really means a lot, and I hope you're getting something out of them. So all the best, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.